What's up, guys? Dan here for BladeReviews.com, taking a look at the Zero Tolerance 0300. This is a collaboration between Ken Onion and Strider Knives, made by the good folks at Zero Tolerance Knives. This knife is made in the USA, and it's a hell of a knife. I'll say that right off the bat. I really do like this one a lot, so very excited to share this one with you. Let's do some quick specs. We've got an overall length of 9 inches. We've got a 3 3/4 inch long blade and a weight of 8.6 ounces. So pretty heavy knife, to be honest with you. It's quite stout. I might need to break out the wide angle lens for this one because it's a big blade. It's like a little whale here, a baby beluga maybe. And but despite all that, I really love it. You know, from the moment I saw this knife, I had to get my hands on one. It's just too cool. So I'm very pleased to be able to share it with you in the form of a little video review. So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about the blade, which is made of S30V. That's the blade steel on this one, and many people are going to already know about S30V, but to suffice to say, it's one of my favorite steels. It's one of the best steels that you can buy for, you know, in a production knife on the market now, and it's been that way for a few years. You know, it's really, S30V is tested, it's proven, it still remains one of the best steels, and it takes a good edge. It can hold that edge pretty well. You know, every steel is going to need to be sharpened at some point, but it holds it pretty well, and it's also very resistant to rust, to corrosion, and it's tough stuff too. So it just gets all around high marks, and that's the reason why you keep seeing it in these higher end knives. Let's talk a little bit about the blade shape here, and this is where you can really see some of the Ken Onion influence. You've got those flowing organic lines that define the blade there, and you got a nice belly which goes into a little bit of a recurve, which is cool, and it's just a very functional shape. You've got almost a full flat grind here, and so it's good for slicing. You've got a tip that's surprisingly sharp. It could, you know, I'm not going to say this is really meant for penetration, but it's more meant to just hold up. You know, it's meant for more hard use stuff, but you could definitely put some weight behind this and get through material if you had to. And speaking of penetration and the tip there, you'll see it's got a stout tip on it. So you're looking at about 4mm thick blade stock, and it holds that width all the way pretty much to the very end there. So I'm very impressed with this blade. It's quite nice, and it's been given a nice tungsten DLC coating. With the other two models of this, the 301 and the 302, you've got kind of a tiger striping going on. And with the 300, it's just kind of the all black, plain Jane kind of look to it. But either one of them, or any of the three, is going to be a very handsome and nice looking knife, in my opinion. So with that said about the blade, let's take a closer look at the handle, which is a charcoal gray piece of G10 over a single stainless steel liner here, and then on the other side we've got our titanium frame lock. So it's just one slab of titanium here, and it is a big, beautiful piece of titanium. Everything's been given this kind of cool pattern to it, and really attractive. The handle does have a back spacer. You know, this is kind of similar to a Strider setup, and I believe that's where the Strider collab comes in. But it's just very well finished. Everything screws together, so you can take this knife apart if you need to, if you want to, and you know, just beautiful the way this all lines up and the way it's finished. Very, very nice. This is a knife that you're going to want to hold and handle and enjoy because it's just made of great materials and so well put together. Let's talk a little bit about the ergonomics, and as you can see here, it's very comfortable in hand. You can see it fits very naturally. The thumb ramp is quite good. It's got some good jimping on there. It looks like it's pretty coarse jimping. It is, but hold your thumb in place, no problem. And the choil area here is very good too. It's quite well defined. The flipper doubles as kind of an extra extended guard here, so your fingers aren't going to slip forward at all in these kinds of forward grips. In a reverse grip, it's also very good. You've got some more aggressive texturing on the back here, and just really takes to the hand quite well. So I think you'll be pleased with this in forward or reverse grips. Let's talk a little bit about the pocket clip, which is actually straight from the Kershaw parts bin. This is the same clip that you'll find on a Kershaw Skyline, so a knife that many people will probably already have. So the exact same clip, with the exception that this one has been given a zero tolerance logo, and I guess it's also been blackened. So two exceptions there, but you know, still a similar clip, and nice and sturdy though. I know that the Skyline clip is often seen as pretty stiff, and it is. And for a nice heavy knife like this, you really want a stiff clip to really hold this one in place, just because it's just it's kind of a wide knife, and for when I like to carry this one, I like kind of keeping it in one spot on my pocket. I don't necessarily want it resting on the bottom of my pocket, so I like that this is thick, or not thick, but this is stiff, and can hold the knife in your pocket exactly where you want it. And another thing I like is how you have the option of tip up or tip down on either side, so a truly ambidextrous carry here. I've been keeping this in tip down though, since it's assisted opening and just the way it's, with the flipper. So that's just me though. You can put this on any corner. Always a plus. I really like that. And since I've already kind of mentioned the flipper here, let's go ahead and pop this one open. It is assisted opening, and it is a powerful spring assisted opening knife. It's got the Kershaw Speed Safe technology in there, another one of Ken Onion's designs, and just opens up very, very fast with great authority. Really a lot of fun. And you have your option here. You've got the flipper, of course, but you've also got these thumb studs, and I'll tell you, either of them work. So, and that isn't always the case, because these thumb studs double as stop pins, and sometimes when they do that, they have to put the thumb stud so close to the handle here that you're just not going to be able to get at it. So not the case for this one. So I really like that. I like how they were able to do that, and I just love how smooth and fast it deploys. Just a great job with the deployment systems on it, and also with the lockup. So let's take a look at that too. You'll see here, lockup is very good. It's nice and early. You've got that thick piece of titanium, and you've got plenty of room for this thing to break in and wear, and it will do that as you use the knife, and it's just set up perfectly. So, and also when you take it down, when you're disengaging the lock, you've got this lock bar stabilizer, which prevents you from overextending it, and that way you won't wear out your titanium lock bar. You won't flex it out this way and compromise it in any way at all. So just a nice little touch, and another smart design element on this great folding knife here, the zero tolerance 0300. So can't say enough nice things about it. It really is a cool knife. It is heavy, it's heavy, and it's going to be big to carry, so that's really the main thing. And for some people, they won't care, myself included. I really don't care too much, but for others, that's going to be a big issue, and I would say just probably want to skip this one. But if you can get around the weight, if you like the look, then this is just a great knife. Beautifully made, excellent materials, tremendous fit and finish. So gets my seal of approval. I don't do a rating system or anything, but this definitely gets ticks all the boxes for me. So alright guys, that's the review. Thanks so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any comments or questions, and I want to tell you guys just to take care. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon with many more. So until then,